One of the problems that I see with new customers especially, and really in all security organizations, is a lack of visibility. You cannot secure what you do not know about. Machine identities are at the top of the importance of that inventory when it comes to security. Unfortunately, a lot of organizations struggle to get that visibility that they need to properly secure and protect those machine identities. Let's talk a little bit about why that's so important. It's because the information contained in there is sensitive, critical. It's usernames, passwords, it's credit card numbers, it's people's medical information. It's all those things that has to be protected. If we don't have visibility and an inventory of where those things are being used, then we're leaving ourselves open for attack and attacks at that information level. But most organizations fail to do this, not because they don't see the importance, but because it's a hard problem to solve. The Venafi Trust Protection Platform helps to make that easier. And we have several different approaches, all when used in combination, can help organizations to get a comprehensive picture of their machine identity inventory. In professional services, when we're implementing the Venafi Trust Protection Platform for customers, one of the first places that we'll start is with the CA certificate discovery. We know that when we go to the certificate authority that we've got 100% of what's been issued. We found this to be the most effective way to get visibility very quickly. So when we can pull that source of information into the platform, we get a great source of initial inventory. But once we have those, we know what certificates have been issued, and those are the certificates that you care the most about. You've issued those on purpose, but we still don't know where those certificates are living on the network. That's where we can start leveraging the Venafi Trust Protection Platform network discovery. The first thing we're looking for is those certificates that we just imported from the CA, those that we discovered from our certificate authorities. Network discovery will help us know where those certificates are being used on the network. This is very important because not only do we know that we have a certificate that's going to expire potentially next week, that needs to be replaced, but now we know exactly where that certificate is being used. The third prong in establishing a really good visibility of our machine identities is through Onboard Discovery. Onboard Discovery is a unique feature in the Venafi Trust Protection Platform that for certain kinds of applications, F5s, NetScalers, IIS, Data Power, and now even Amazon Certificate Manager and Azure Key Manager, where we can go and discover certificates within those platforms, and not only the certificates themselves, but where they're installed. But really a third very unique and powerful feature where we understand how those certificates are configured there. So for the example of IIS, say, not only do we know that the certificate lives on that particular IIS server, but we know which website within that IIS server that particular certificate is bound to. This level of visibility is great, but even more importantly, this helps us get to the next step, which is automation. When we know that the certificate lives on a particular system, we know how that certificate is being used and how it's configured, and that information can be pulled back into the platform. Now it's just a configuration change to reverse that process and start provisioning or automatically installing that certificate when it comes up for renewal. Onboard Discovery really not only gives us that visibility, but is the first step into automation. The fourth step in establishing a comprehensive inventory is through the Venafi Server Agent. The Venafi Server Agent performs a unique role when installed on specific servers and endpoints. It's able to look for that certificate inventory and those certificates and SSH keys on individual file systems. Some certificates are used in such a way that they're never presented on the network, but we still need to find where those things are being used and how they're being used. And so by deploying the agent and looking through the file system, we can find those certificates like client authentication certificates oftentimes, or even trust bundle type of certificates that are being used in a different way, not commonly associated with like TLS certificates that present themselves on the network. These four approaches the CA certificate discovery, the network discovery so that we can see where those things are being used, the onboard discovery to give us additional information about configuration, and the agent discovery that helps us see certificates that exist only in file systems, help us to complete that machine identity inventory that's so important, because if we don't know what we have, how can we ever start to begin to protect it?